So here's the reef tank that was in the corner of the holding tank. I have these buckets here, so I'm going to be getting some of the corals and some of the other guys out of here. I'm going to be moving them down now. So, let's look. Welcome back to another video, guys. This is the 75-gallon aquarium that we got from Ohio Fish Rescue. We went over there. And I'm turning this into the new reef tank. So, our 55 that was upstairs started leaking. So, we have all of our corals in a different tank, a holding tank right now, while we set up this 75. So, I pulled some reef rock, put it in here. I took the sand, also put that in here. There's some trash on top. I'm gonna get that all clean. Then I'm gonna hook up a hang on the back, and then I'm gonna attach probably 2 sponge filters in here, and then I'm gonna phase off the hang on back. I just need that for some water flow, and I'm gonna set this entire tank up in this video. So I'm gonna start filling it with water so I can get the hang on back on, and then I'm gonna start on the next steps. I have now started filling it with water. As you can see, we got about 2 inches in there, and I picked out the bag of salt that we're going to use. The 75-gallon aquarium is about half filled now, about 40, 50 gallons in there. And I'm going to take our bag of salt, and I just cut the top off it, so I'm going to take our bag of salt, and I'm going to add it in to the 75. I'm going to see if I can get a good pour here for camera. And the reason I didn't do it at the end is now the hose, as clean water's coming in, is now mixing this up. So I rinsed the bag completely out, and as you can see, it is now continuing to fill up with water, but it looks really cloudy. So even after the salt looks clear, you still want it to mix. You hand mix the salt in the 5-gallon bucket for like 10-15 minutes, and then it looks clear. We want it to sit for like I would say around 24 hours, and the reason for that is so everything gets dissolved, it doesn't irritate your corals. So like if you had a brute trash can, you could put a power head in that, add your salt to the water, and then just let it mix overnight. But because my corals are in a different tank, I'm using the 75 as the mixer, so everything gets nice and mixed up. So I'm going to get the camera back up once it's completely filled now. I actually forgot to mention something. The heater we're going to be using for this tank is a cobalt heater. So Bulk Reef supplied it a video, and these were one of the highest. This was the highest scoring heater. So I have a 150 watt Cobalt Aquatics heater. So I'm going to put this on the side of the tank. It has 2 suction cups on the back. There we go. So I'm going to plug that in once the water is above it. And up here where these lights are, we have a little connector on the side. Right there, you can see it. So that's how I'm going to connect the heater to it, because we did have the heater that was in this tank. Let's see. Oh yeah, move some Africans in here, but right there. That is an E-High. So now the cobalt heater that's in the corner is working, and I had a hang on the back with some sponges in it, just so I can get everything going. And then I added, if I can get it in frame, I got an air stone. I put it down there in between those rocks. You can see the air is nice and bubbly. When I go to add the corals, I'm gonna turn down the flow. But I just have it like that right now because I'm trying to get it all nice and mixed. So it's a tiny bit hazy, but it is looking nicer than it was. So hopefully with time it will clear up nicely. Now I am going to skip forwards in time with a snap of my fingers so we can set up the salinity gauge, because I gotta go to the store for that, and then move all of the aquarium fish that are in the holding tank in here and all the corals. So, and it didn't work. Didn't work again. So I've been moving rock and other things downstairs for about a half an hour now, and Dad has finally come to help. So he caught the coral beauty, now that there's nothing in the tank, and he is trying to catch the clownfish, the goby, and some of the saltwater mollies. So it looks like he caught the clownfish. Look at that, I've got the clownfish and a goby in a bucket. The molly's right underneath him, and the goby's still in that corner, Dad. He doesn't look that bad. He actually looks quite healthy. There's the molly. They're all light in color right now because they're stressed out. Get your arm off the heater. How did you catch that? He swam out there like 8 times. And finally swam back. Okay, goby. And I got all the Kenya trees that fell off to catch.
Get him on, bud.
Don't pinch his tail. So here's the reef tank that was in the corner of the holding tank. I have these buckets here, so I'm going to be getting some of the corals and some of the other guys out of here. I'm going to be moving them down now. So, let's look. So here's the 75-gallon saltwater tank. We have just moved everyone from the 35. So you can see how much stuff is actually in there now. But you can see the little poundfish back there, one of the saltwater mollies, and then all of the coral frags that we got at the coral swap are all up here doing good. There's the little clam starting to open up. Some more frags over there, another frag, all of these Kenya trees. Everyone's doing good in here. Even the little hermits, well, he's flipped upside down, I'm gonna have to help him. And there's another one back there, I don't know how well you can see him. Yeah, so everyone in here is doing great. So we're gonna probably do a short in a few days, updating you guys on how it went. But we have a few more plans for the saltwater tank, like we're gonna connect a sump to it and maybe a few other chambers. So stay tuned for that. So we are gonna be adding a chamber, a few more chambers on here. We're gonna connect a tank or two more. We're gonna add a sump. So this is going to get so larger water volume. We might even try breeding clowns in it. I'm not quite positive. But stay tuned for all of the exciting things that are hopefully here to come here soon with the saltwater tank. So thank you for watching today's video.